I was on the I was on the verge of being drafted, so I went on and enlisted. And I went on and enlisted because my two older brothers that were already in service. In fact, one of my oldest brothers had already been wounded in North Africa in 1943. My next oldest brother was in the Navy, so that I was my turn, so I went on and enlisted in the Army. I went down at Fort Bragg, then I went to Camp Blandon, Florida, for my basic training. Because of the dire need of troops, infantrymen, at the time of the Battle of the Bulge, and prior to that, they cut our basic training down to about 14 weeks, 13 to 14 weeks, infantry basic training. After basic training, I had a 5-day home leave en route to Fort Meade, Maryland. Fort Meade, Maryland, they issued me my woolen uniforms. I knew then that I was going to the ETO instead of going to the Pacific. If they said issued me khakis uniforms, then I'd be Pacific bound. So I was lucky enough, if you want to call it that, to go to Europe and going to the Pacific. Later on in the cold winter, I wished I was in the Pacific. And at Fort Meade, Maryland, I left Fort Meade, Maryland, went by train, went to New York, troop train, boarded the troop train, we left boarded the ship at night, all troop movements at night. And I don't know the name of the ship. I didn't have time to look. I was just so, about 15 or 18 years old, and got aboard the ship. The next morning, we had breakfast, I guess we'll call it that. And in the galley of the ship, I'd never been aboard a ship before. Got in with high seas. The ship was tossing around, and the tables in the galley had a little egg sides to it, the edges of it. So if somebody spilled the coffee, it would run one into the other. Mm-hmm. Go one into the other. A lot of the men were seasick. Some would have to take bread or something back to the stacked up in there in little cot decks like. We'd take them some bread or something back to eat. And then on the way over, some men would be lined up on the deck at one time. Strict orders, never throw anything in the water. No cigarette butts, nothing. Subs could be out there and could pick up a cigarette butt and you'd be gone. I don't know, several days later, about 6 days, 7 days later, we're in Glasgow, Scotland. From there, we went down by train through London to Southampton, England. That's the southern tip of England. From Southampton, we went across the English Channel to Le Havre, France. From Le Havre, France, most of the port facilities had been destroyed earlier. We put up old makeshift ladder or something off the boat to a school camp there. It's a little tent city. We stayed there for about a day. Then we boarded trucks and let's go. I didn't know where I was going, didn't know where I had been, I didn't know anything. 18 years old, I left the farm. I left the farm at 18. I told my mother, my two older brothers were already in service. I had two younger brothers and two sisters left at home. I told my mother I was going to tie the old mule to the bell post. I was a big farm. Everybody used team then, little tractors, prior to World War II. And I took 2 days, traveled trucks up toward the northeast, Ardennes region. We spent one night, we got off in trucks, walked several miles, moving on toward the front. Look over the horizon at night, you see the light from the artillery fire. We slept in a little hayloft, another loft down in the basement. Some little civilian home. Somebody had to stand guard at night. See, I only had one squad, 12 men. We'd been out in the hayloft in a cellar, and somebody had to stand guard. My time to stand guard, we didn't have any name tags on us, no uniforms. The fact is, I didn't know anybody, they didn't know me, and I didn't know them. Pulled guard, and they were strict orders to see anybody walking around in the streets like those villages over there in France. Unlike over here, the homes are clustered together. And this old man started walking around toward the house we were staying in. I said, oh hell. I had to get rid of him. Well, the next morning, we all got up, scrambled around. I was going on toward the front. I think it might have been maybe a Friday, because a Saturday afternoon, I might break down before I finish. The Saturday afternoon, we walked up to the front. It was calm at the time. It's our squad leader, staff sergeant, platoon sergeant, this tech sergeant. He told us if we had any money in our pocket, we might have been thrown away. We didn't need no extra weight, no nothing. I did not have a wallet in my pocket. I had no wristwatch. I had nothing. No rings, no nothing. That's the best way to go to going up to the front line. Went up to the front. Went down there, snow on the ground, snowing one Saturday afternoon. That's all I can know about that Saturday afternoon. He told me to get in this foxhole. We walked over there, foxhole here in the woods. Got this foxhole there and said, this will be your home for the time being. It won't let it last very long. And by the time I got in the foxhole there about 5 feet deep. The boy told me what his name is, the young boy too, but he's a little older than I am because he'd been with the company longer. See, I went in there as an infantry replacement. I didn't know nobody knew me. I didn't know anyone. Didn't know where I was or nothing. By the time we started having the Germans laid some 88s on us, one of the buddies in the foxhole jumped out the foxhole, yelling and laughing at the same time, I'm about to say. He had $1 million wound. He was going home. His arm, his hand was blown. So he knew he was he was going back to the States. That's $1 million wound. A shrapnel wound, sometimes they patch you up, send you right back to the front. But $1 million wound to bring him back. That night, let's go. You don't stay long. Being on the offensive, we kept moving. In one direction to the east toward Germany. That was up in the Ardennes region. And they fell in the board, just tapering down. Germans were everywhere. Ardennes in front of us. I think sometimes because they've been parachuted in earlier. And at night, I'll never get through all this stuff. At night, both officers had to stand guard. One faced toward the German front, and then one faced to the back. Because Germans were coming in from behind us and capturing us out of the foxholes. And of course, the squad leader would always tell us don't worry about it. Another man in the foxhole about 25 feet from you, 25 yards from you, which is not true. They tell you that, try to make you feel good. And it was that way. One occasion, we got moved. We had to go to a wooded area. The evergreens, the pines, one of the trees, but in Western Europe. Anyway, strict orders. If the Germans stopped blowing up flares, just bright as day in the woods, we were talking basically to hold your head down with the rifles across the horizontal position. Make sure they couldn't see you. Somebody goofed. Germans spotted us on us. They laid a barrage on us. And they were screaming and yelling, and medics were coming in trying to help them. One medic took 2 or 3 minutes, couldn't handle all of the people were being wounded. So they hit the ground, they told us to fall back. And then we had to fall back. They never used the word retreat, that same thing, just fall back. The ground was being out of the ground, blood at the snow, just terrible sight. My troops told us about that hill. They opened up machine gun fire. The ships were falling. I thought maybe they fired over our heads. We were down there on the hill, wrong there. Sometimes the Germans would fire traces over your head, hop over your head, treetops, trying to fool you, mislead you. Then to have another one shooting, no traces at ground level. It cut you down. If they maybe going uphill, you're safe. The Germans came through the woods there. Yeah, they're like Indians coming through the woods. 2 of us. I had about 4 rounds ammo on my back. He has them on his back. On bazooka rounds. A little crate with 4 rounds, I think. With those and the bandoliers that I had on my shoulder, you always get plenty of extra bandoliers, hand grenades. If you wanted something like that. We stopped that German platoon, I guess 40, 50 men. They were up on top of us almost. They kept looking over straight ahead. We were right behind those rocks now. We were blending right in with those rocks. And after we cut down most of them, then our artillery, someone was called it a fire order, our artillery started shelling in that position there. Late afternoon before dark, we decided we'd better go back to our position if we could find it. Because he went back towards your lines at night, and if you didn't know your password, you just shot. You would have a password to move up to the lines there. And we had to get back before then, because nobody knew we were up there, just wandering. And I think he got hit in the meantime, because after we told him what had happened, he said, "You men gonna be sorry for this," but that never happened either. And we got back to our line, and we later told our buddies there. But on the front line, you don't know Tom, Dick, and Harry. You in your hole, if your man just about bent in his box over his buddy at the butt of it down. You don't know nobody's names on it. Nobody insignias or nothing on your arms, just helmets or nothing. You might be in the infantry division, but if you're in a rifle company, you're on the front. Nothing between you, nothing to space between you and the enemy. Direct fire. Everything else is out of direct enemy fire. Bazooka range and artillery range, but direct machine gun fire, rifle company. Our food, both K rations. Breakfast, dinner, supper. We always, sometimes we'd have them, sometimes we would not. I try to keep one in my pocket. Nothing in my pocket. You couldn't put hand grenades in your pocket. You never do that. But they'll paste them on the field jacket. And you take the field jacket, your pocket was empty. And sometimes if we'd go through, we'd knock out a German pillbox. We try to go in there, you wouldn't mess with those souvenirs. I said, no. Because if you're captured, if you've got German souvenirs on you, that's the end of you. I wouldn't be talking to you today. It's the men in the rear echelon who got the good stuff. They came in after we'd gone on up front. We'd find horse meat and rice in little cans. The Germans that was a favorite food, so they horse meat on price. Better than K rations. Better than K rations. And that'd be the first thing we look for something to eat. Sometimes we didn't have food. There'd be other times the time truck might come up below the hill out of direct fire. And the squad leader would run up there and tell us the hot shot out below. That was C rations. That was one step above K rations. So it was time to go. One up so leave the so go back and get something real quick and come back. Then sometimes I think the German observers would spot that. And then by the time we thought here comes the 80th again. Then the kitchen clothesline and they're jeeping haul ass off his haul. Go back and leave. We still had to rely on K rations. K rations, K rations, K rations. Clothing, uniforms. I had shorts, all dark shorts. Then you had the woolen long johns. Then I'd have my ODs, wool, passive shirts. Then I'd have my old regular denim, two-piece denim. And you would find a sleeping bag, we call them something else. We had a sleeping bag, we'd cut it off and put that on our field jacket. That had a hood to it. That would keep dirt and mud out of your face and neck and all. Field jacket. But your feet, old combat boots. Your feet would freeze off free because they cold all the time. And if you had an extra pair of socks, you put them under your belt. Keep them dry and warm under your belt. Keep them dry under your belt anyway. If you get wet, you couldn't pull your shoes off. Then by the time you have to get up and move, and you don't sit there, so I got my shoes on. You got to be ready to move out. So my feet at night, you'd be shivering all night long. You jumping in space, about jumping up and down and keeping your feet freezing. One of my buddies got his feet frozen. For weeks now, you would go, no shave, no bath, no toothbrush. I had nothing fucking like that, no toothbrush. No shave, you wouldn't take a bath or nothing. It was like a mangy dog or something. I knew you smelled like one. And that's the way it was there with food and clothing. I think once or twice we did go back and they'd tell us to get us a shower. They just go canvas bags behind the lines there, like under the hill. And we go back there and there's that old canvas, like a water bag. Get rid of that and wash off with draw. That throw you another set of clothes. It would after your size, they just look at you, throw your stuff you put on. Anything clean. That's where that was there. Prisons, at night, if the Germans would give machine gun fire, you'd always have German machine gun fire. They have machine guns that fire about 3 times faster than I was. Then the Germans, then the open flare would come up, then all hex up, they get ready to come through again. It's a seesaw back and forth, but we had to keep moving towards them. Village fighting, going through those small towns. We would take a lot of heavy casualties there because snipers, even though most of the Germans be leaving, that the German snipers there, church steeples and 2-3-story buildings. We'd have to walk on each side of the street. I'd take the right side, you take the left side, walking down the streets. There'd be Germans in the houses had over with them hand grenades in the basements. Well, a bit at it. Minefields, they put in France, the Germans were more free than putting mines out because it was in that country. But once we got into Germany, passed through the pillboxes, the Siegfried line, then going into Germany, the Germans were more determined they were going to hold that country there. They knew where every bridge, every building was, everything. They already had it. And the guns, they could get us anywhere we went, but we had to keep going. Shells were coming in. I had been knocked off the ground, up in the air. I can feel myself trying to pull myself back out to the ground. You blew it all up off the ground. My ears would bleed, my nose would bleed. Janet got his hand blown off, about 10 feet from me. I brought him back when they said, fall back, what was left of us. Fall back. And we fell back, our drug Janet with us. To a big old shell crater, a bomb, I just made a big shell crater there. About 8 or 10 of us in there. And the hospital there told me, don't all of us get in one hole because what shell we get up off. We keep, they got it out. So then he told me to leave the wounded, let the wounded in the hole there. I never saw Janet in the morning. I went back then kept going back to the ridge where we left from. Told us to dig in quick. I dug in an old German compost pile. I guess it's German. They used a team to farm it, so I dug up. This was easy digging. It was over there rocky. I dug a hole in a compost pile, manure pile. But that would stop shrapnel like it in the ears. I know I smelled good then.